So guys, I gotta ask, are the yearly expansions working? Now, Guild Wars 2, of course, has a lot of content and there's a lot of things that are great, and they've moved on to their yearly expansion drops where there's something new, something to come back to every single year, which is great. It's always ends up being a lot of fun when there's something new, and especially with the quarterly releases, we're able to have more consistent content over the large gaps in between each expansion. Now, personally, if I'm to be honest with this, brutally honest, I will say that it is working, but only kind of, right? Like, so one of the biggest issues, I should say, that a lot of people have had with Guild Wars 2 and their content release leading up to these yearly expansions was the droughts. The content droughts were pretty significant, actually. I mean, just even the gap between, you know, Path of Fire and End of Dragons. Now, to be fair on that same thought, it wasn't like there wasn't anything for the game. There was also the Living World Season 4, which arguably is one of the best pieces of content, honestly, in the game, honestly. But then you have Icebrood Saga, or Living World Season 5, whatever you wish to call it, which that was kind of, there were some people who weren't necessarily super duper excited about that. They weren't jumping up for that particular piece of content. Now, I will say that with those pieces of content in between that and End of Dragons, well, like there was things that we got to do, but it didn't feel as consistent as compared to where we are right now, where we're doing the yearly releases and quarterly updates, and it's more so we have content that's kind of on a schedule, so to speak, a lot better schedule. There's a lot more transparency. So yes, in a sense, it does feel like the expansions are a lot less, which again, that makes sense, but we get more consistent content over time. So it all kind of like boils out, so to speak. It all kind of meets where I would expect or what my expectations are for the game. Now, also put it in a mindset, we have so much content already. Like we already have, what's it, 3 major expansions. Now we've had kind of quote unquote 3 minor expansions, but Visions of Eternity also included new elite specializations. They've included a brand new island for us to go and to explore and to check out, and then on top of that you have like all the different legendaries that have already been included on a consistent basis. It's not just like even just like sparingly, like, you know, with this brand new quarterly update with the second part of this story, we got 2 brand new legendary accessories. So objectively, I will say that this is content schedule is working, and it's working because it is hitting the main mark of what type of player, we'll say, what type of content the casual player base is. And again, Guild Wars 2 is very casual, and there's very few people, I should say, like less than probably 1% who are doing all the highest level content that's here, or have the majority of their accounts unlocked with something. Right? Like there's very few people that I would say are fully maxed out. They've unlocked everything and done all that. I would say the vast majority still have quite a bit to do for their game and for their content, for unlockables, I should say, here for the game. So I don't believe that these quarterly expansions are necessarily like, they're different, but I think they're better because it's aiming towards the more, we'll say, casual content player, which again, that's kind of where I view Guild Wars 2 as like being one of the best casual MMORPGs. By far, I would say that. Now, there is the question of whether or not the actual content is worth it, right? Like there is that thought where it's like, oh, the stories seem rushed. They seem kind of mid, or, you know, it's not as intriguing as it was with the Dragon Saga, which arguably I would say that is true. But I would also say in the same sense of like, okay, Secrets of the Obscure, the story was maybe. And then you had Janthier Wilds, which again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but that was just a big womp womp, truth be told. Thus far, Visions of Eternity, it seems like they've focused on that being a good portion of where their attention is, and it's great. I very much have enjoyed the story of Visions of Eternity, and seeing where we are going and what we're doing. So the vast majority, I feel like, of people are enjoying this kind of content spread because, again, Guild Wars 2 is very casual. You can come and play, and then you don't have to worry about playing the game for a while, right? Like, you can just come and do your thing and then be like, oh, okay, well, I did that piece of content and there's nothing really that I want to work on. I'm going to go play a different game. That's what Guild Wars 2 does. So I would say that the overall, we'll say the overall look and feel of the yearly expansions for Guild Wars 2, in my mind, are fantastic. I love them. I think that they are doing great. There's more of a consistent reason for me to come back and play and try the game and do different things. So I am very much of the mindset that that is 100% working. And the larger expansions, while they are nice and everything seems more, we'll say, better, well thought out. Not to say that other things aren't, but more thought out. I like the yearly expansion. I do. I very much am of the mindset that it is working for the game and that that's going to be the future of Guild Wars 2. So, there you go.